Good evening. Thank you. 1 year ago, I introduced my father when he declared his candidacy. In his own way and through his own sheer force of will, he sacrificed greatly to enter the political arena as an outsider, and he rebelled against the feud of 16 very talented competitors. For more than a year, Donald Trump has been the people's champion, and tonight he's the people's nominee. Like many of my fellow millennials, I do not consider myself categorically Republican or Democrat. More than party affiliation, I voted based on what I believe is right for my family and for my country. Sometimes it's a tough choice. That is not the case this time. As a proud daughter of your nominee, I'm here to tell you that this is the moment, and Donald Trump is the person to make America great again. Real change, the kind we've not seen in decades, is only going to come from outside the system, and is only going to come from a man who has spent his entire life doing what others said could not be done. My father is a fighter. When the primaries got touched and they were touched, he did what any great leader does. He dug deeper, worked harder, got better, and became stronger. I've seen him fight for his family. I've seen him fight for his employees. I've seen him fight for his company. And now I'm seeing him fight for our country. It's been a story of his life, and more recently, the spirit of his campaign. It's also regular to reaching the goal that unites us all. With this party, and better still, this country knows what it is like to win again. It's, it's impossible to be it's possible to be famous yet not really well known as despite the father has raised me. In the same office in Trump Tower where we now work together, I remember laying on the floor by my father's desk, constructing Legos and retro sets while he did the same with concrete, steel, and glass. My father taught me semblance and made the importance of positive values strong ethical compass. He showed us how to be resilient, how to deal with challenges, and how to strive for excellency in all we can do. He told us that there is nothing we cannot accomplish if we marry vision and passion with an enduring work ethic. One of my father's greatest talents is his ability to see potential in people before they see it in themselves. It was like that for us to grow up. He told us that potential vanishes into nothing without effort, and that, like him, we each had the responsibility to work not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of the world around us. Over the years, on too many occasions to count, I saw my father tell stories about other not other people whom he never met were facing some injustice or hardship. His right note to his assistant in signature reflect felt pain, request that the person he felt and invited to Trump Tower to meet with him. He would talk to them and then draw open his intensive network to find them a job or get them a break, and they would leave his office. So people so often do after having been with Donald Trump, feeling that life could be great again. Throughout my entire life, I have witnessed his empathy and generosity towards others, especially those who are suffering. It's just his way of being in your corner when you're down. My father not only has the strength and ability necessary to be our next president, but also the kindness and compassion that will enable him to be the leader that this country needs. My father has a sense of fairness that touches every conviction he holds. I worked alongside of him for now decades. Now that Trump making his important decision to save careers and that changed lives. I've learned a lot about the world from working construction jobs by the side. When run properly, construction sites are true meritocracies. Competence in the building trades is easy to spot, and incompetence is impossible to hide. These sites are also incredibly melting pots, gathering people from all walks of life and uniting them to work towards a single mission. There have always been men of all backgrounds and ethnicities on my father's job sites, and long before it was commonplace, you also saw women. Women. My father values talent. He recognizes real knowledge and skill when he finds it. He's colorblind and gender neutral. He's hides the best person for the job, period. Words and promises, no matter how visionary they sound, will only get you so far. In about businesses, you're not a builder unless you've got building to show for it. Or in my father's case, city skylights. Most people strive their entire lives to achieve great success in a single industry. My father has succeeded in many on the highest level and on a global scale. One of the reasons he strived as an entrepreneur is because he listened to everyone. Billionaire executives don't usually ask people to do work for their opinion of the work. My father is an exception. On every one of his projects, you will see him talking to the super, the painter, the engineers, the electricians. Ask them for their feedback if they think something should be done differently or could be done better. When Donald Trump is in charge, all this counts is ability, effort, and excellence. This has long been the philosophy that the Trump organization and my father's company, there are more female than male executives. Women are paid equally for the work that we do. When a woman becomes a mother, she is supported, not sought out. Women represent 46% of the total US labor force, and 40% of American households have female primary breadwinners. In 2014, women made 83% of every dollar made by men. Single women without children earn 94% for each dollar, whereas married mothers make only 77%. As researchers have noted, gender is no longer the factor creating the greatest wage discrepancy motherhood is. As president, my father will change the labor laws that were put in place at a time when women were not in a significant portion, and will focus on making quality childcare affordable and accessible for all. As a mother myself of three young children, I know how hard it is to work while raising a family. I also know that I'm far more fortunate than most. American families need relief. Policies that allow women with children to thrive should not be novelties, they should be the norm. Politicians talk about wage equality, but my father has made it a practice at his company throughout his entire career. He will fight for equal pay for equal work, and I will fight for this too, right alongside of him. Americans today need an economy that permits people to rise again. A Trump presidency will turn the economy around and restore the great American tradition of giving each new generation for brighter opportunities than those of generation that came before. In Donald Trump, you have the candidate who knows the difference between wanting something done and making it happen. When my father says that he will build a tower, keep an eye on his skyline. Floor by floor, a shorter structure will appear, usually record-setting in inside and iconic in its design. Real people are hired to do real work. Vision becomes reality. When my father says that he will make America great again, he will deliver. We have a chance this year to reclaim our heritage as a country that dreams big and makes the impossible happen. Fortunately, Donald Trump is incapable of thinking small. When I was child, my father always told me, Ivanka, if you're gonna be thinking away, you might as well think big. As a president, my father will take on the bold and worthy fights. He will be unafraid to set lofty goals and he will be relentless in his determination to achieve them. To people all over America, I say, when you have my father in your corner, you will never again have to worry about being let down. He will fight for you all the time, all the way, every time. Maybe it's the developer in him, but Donald Trump cannot stand to see empty mansions, boarded up factories. He can't bear the injustice of college graduates who are clipped by student debt and mothers who can't afford the cost of a child care required to return to work to better the lives of their families. Other believers see these hardships, see the unfairness of all, and they say, I feel for you. Only my father will say, I'll fight for you. The hardworking men and women of this country identify with my father. He is touched and he's persevering. He's honest and he's real. He's an optimist and he's relentless believer in America and all of her potential. He loves his family and he loves his country with his heart and his soul. Politicians ask to be judged by their promises, not their results. I ask you to judge my father by his results. Judge his values by those he instilled in children. Judge his competence by the building he built, the company he founded, and the tens of thousands of jobs he created. He is the single most qualified person to serve as chief executive of an $18 trillion economy. My father will call you one of the best and brightest people from all spheres of industry in both sides of the eyes. A new set of thinkers to face our country's existing future problems with fresh perspectives and brave new solutions. Come January 17, all things will be possible again. We can hope and dream and think big again. No one has more faith in the American people than my father. He will be your greatest and your truest and your most loyal champion. This is the fighter, the duo that you have chosen as your nominee in ways no one expected. This moment in the life of our country has defied a mission and given it an extraordinary man. He is really to see it all the way through, to speak to every man and every woman of every background in every part of great country, to earn your trust, to earn your vote. He earned that and much more from me a long time ago. I've loved and respected him my entire life, and I could not be more proud tonight to present to you and to all of the America my father and our next president, Donald J. Trump.